there is no country in the world in which journalists and public persons have as much freedom to speak their mind as India. And there are very few countries in which that right is being like India, it is almost being wasted today. We are not using that right for public reconstruction or for attending to the ills to which to which our attention was just drawn. So it is this lack of application of sense of purpose to which I'll to which I'll draw your attention, and to suggest what are the things that we can do, and in the end I'll make one or two suggestions for each of us who is neither in politics and nor in the principal channels of media. I think one of the things we should guard against is this easy habit in India of a phrase which we use. We are the largest democracy, without realizing that much of what, as I mentioned, ourselves always on the fact that our media is plurality of media and diversity of media. But actually we should go behind these phrases in each instance, because plurality of media, actually I find that that one of the reasons why the role of discourse and of discourse outside political parties and public men is important is that there is a great homogenization of political parties. Actually in India there is a one-party rule. Not one of the parties believes in any ideology or in any idea, and certainly not in ideals. So they are all the same. All the more reason for people outside the political parties to be engaged in public affairs and in public discourse. Media is the principal channel. We say they are plural. There are many owners. I don't know, I think we have probably 37,000 newspapers in the country. Now probably about 150 channels of various kinds. And we say discussion programs in the evening. Not only is it the same format, one anchor who's always bullying everybody, but there are 6 persons, small little postage stamp photographs of them, and all of them shouting. And you get tired of this and you switch to the other channel. It is not only the same format, but it's the same, or 6 other in the other channel. Out of the 6, 4 are the same fellows. But we say it is plurality. In the same way, in the newspapers are actually imitating the television channels. Television channels are imitating each other, and the newspapers are trying to imitate the TV channels, rather than being different. So, I feel that this whole idea of plurality and so on, and you have the same types of practices in all of them. For instance, this phenomenon of paid news. It is now well documented that you can get your photograph published, you can get your headlines published the way you want them, you can get the report of your event published, you can get the name of the speaker in bold letters or not. There is a rate card. I was astonished to learn this in Calcutta once. Somebody told me कि हमारा function हुआ, तो उसने कहा कि कल coverage बहुत अच्छी होगी फलाने पे. कभी एक instance हुआ था पिछली election में in Bihar. A newspaper on page 2 published half the page that Mr. Ajay Gandhi of the Congress party, उनकी photograph है, बड़ी-बड़ी meeting की photographs है, is going to win hands down in this constituency. समझते कि meeting में खड़े होने की जगह नहीं होती, huge description, glowing description. Next day, the same paper, same page 2, same upper half of the page said, Arun Shourie of BJP is going to win hands down. So Arun Shourie's photograph, a huge crowd, same photograph of the same crowd. Because For the first day, Ajay Gandhi had paid, and for the second day, Arun Shourie had paid. And these instances became so numerous that the press council, which consists of journalists and owners and judge who presides over it, and working journalists representatives, the press council was forced to institute a 3-member study paper for 3 years. And you will give me equity in your company at promoter's price. And I guarantee that I will give you favorable coverage for those 3 years. Our organization, whose job will be to ensure that you actually get good coverage in our Times of India publications. आप और हम पढ़ रहे हैं कि साहब ये तो बहुत अच्छा. The experiment has been so successful that we have set up an in-house team which will assist you in doing the same thing in other newspapers. So where is this plurality? These are uniform practices, and at that very time, T.N. Nyland, one of the best journalists in India, he wrote this lamentable practice. But the really dangerous point, the really dangerous feature is going to be that this will be adopted after